If you haven't heard about Anchor, it is the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. Lawful Stupid just jumped over. First of all, it's free, and we love that. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, wherever you're at, on the go. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you. There are a lot of other vendors out there, a lot of platforms that they will make sure your podcast gets to, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money from your podcast with zero minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Last time on Lawful Stupid, Perry, you fight against the water. When you can't take it anymore, you suck in. Finnegan, you are in the waters in a storm. There's a flash of lightning, and you see a reflection deep in the ocean. I think that's chainmail.
I start to swim, but the only thing in my mind is I owe her one. As I look back up, I think I'm not going to be able to make it back.
No. You notice something on your neck. You feel gills. You're able to reach her. She looks pale, and she's not moving. And you push. Eventually, you break the surface. They throw the rope out, and then Barnabas goes, "Get out of the blasted way!" And he starts to give her mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Eventually,
we are even.
So you guys are able to make port at the Menagerie. You made it! Tell me you have it, tell me.
I pull out the Phoenix orb, and I look at the orb and I say, thank you, as I hand it over to the proprietor.
You're welcome. You guys head back to the ship where Barnabas, Rail, and Tat are waiting for you at the docks. All right, guys, you're here. You're at the Menagerie. The world is your very sexy oyster.
That took a turn.
Hey, oysters are a well-known aphrodisiac.
Spicy.
Are they?
Something about
Yeah.
that seems...
They really are an aphrodisiac. That and green M&Ms get you fucking rock hard.
So we were at our boat talking to the officers and deciding who was doing what.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can go do things,
Yeah.
guys. And stop talking about
Who wants
oysters.
to go do things first?
Finnegan would love to go back to where the circus was happening the first time, and I don't think that's going on still. If it is, great. I don't know how long this goes on.
No,
Jesus.
no, it's well,
I mean, like
they
the
do
current
show still,
like,
but
was
it's not,
still
yeah, it's
going.
not-
I mean, like, doing more.
People just tired for 2 months. I'm so tired. Kill me.
But I want to go to the circus, and I want to go to where specifically the animals are being kept.
Okay.
And I want to speak with whoever's in, or I guess we'll get there when we get there, but that's where I want to go, is figure out where the animals are kept.
Sure. You make your way to the circus. You look in there. It's obviously a big, large, empty tent. There's a smell of peanuts and dirt. And you look around. You don't see anybody. So you kind of start walking the perimeter, and eventually you find this outside area. You kind of follow your nose, I think, to where you find some aminals, and most of them are in cages. And you see one individual with a white shirt open to reveal a very hairy barrel chest and kind of a goatee with shaggy dark hair that falls in front of his eyes, and he's walking around and he's tending to these animals.
Instead of approaching him first, is there an animal that's close to me in a cage? And if so,
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
one?
There's lots of them.
Give me whatever one's probably closest. Maybe the one that's has locked eyes with me, or is
There are 2 beautiful white stallions.
Okay, and I'm guessing like maybe a typical where they can put their head outside of this, like the gate or something.
Yep. Yep, you've seen it before. You know horses.
And so I will walk up to where those stallions are, and put my fist out for one of them to smell.
They start sniffing your hand pretty aggressively, and kind of like doing that little horse knuckle chew. It's not great, but I mean they're not like killing you or nothing. You have all 5 of your fingers still.
And I'll pull back, and then I'll pet from the head down to the nose, saying, "How are you doing?"
And the horse speaks back to you in a language that you understand.
And then the saxophone player.
It just kind of, nuzzles you softly and seems to kind of clomps its hoof.
And I'm looking around at the conditions. What are the conditions here? Like, generally, does it look like it sucks, or are they maintained well?
No, it looks like they're well taken care of. It's very clean. You can tell the stable cages here are regularly mucked out. They look, there's no signs of them being injured or malnutrition. There's nothing like that. They seem to be fairly taken care of.
Okay, and at this point, I will look over to the gentleman who's there. Is he within range? Is he watching me?
No, he's working.
And so I'll kind of walk over to him.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, what can I do you for?
I noticed these animals are particularly happy to be in cages. Or for animals who are in cages.
Aye.
Excuse me?
Aye. Yes, they do.
Yeah, so I am interested in why they are in cages.
Because otherwise they might, get out and go other places where I can't take care of them, and that's not good for us.
So you tend to these animals, feeding them and caring for them.
He kind of nods and he smiles. He looks very proud, and he says, that I do, all by myself. Every single animal here I take care of.
They are very beautiful animals.
Thank you.
I was wondering if I might spend some time helping you with them. They remind me of my own. I haven't seen many animals since I've been away.
Kind of looks you up and down. Where are you from?
A small cluster of islands called the Palasa Isles. Have you ever heard of them?
I have not.
Many people do not get away from the island.
I understand that. Sure, if you're offering free labor, I'm not going to say no.
I don't know when I will leave again, but I feel like I will have time from time to time to stop by and help.
Sure, yeah. First thing you can do is, he takes a look at you. You're brave, right?
I would like to think so.
All right, how about you go feed the tigers over there?
Okay, what do they eat? Or what do you have for them?
And he gestures because he's been going through feeding the animals. There's buckets effectively of meat bits.
Meat bits. There it is again.
Yeah, meat bits. Not like premium cuts, unfortunately. Shavings and meat bits.
And I'll kind of smell it. Oh, this smells disgusting. This is what they are eating?
Yes, not exactly prime rib.
Whatever that is. Okay. I will go feed your tigers. What are their names?
That's Raja right there, and that is that's Benji the Bengal, and right there and he goes on to list many tiger names. That's Tony, and
wait, for the two that already list several names?
Yeah, there's more than two.
Oh shoot, I only said two. Okay. Well,
oh, maybe I did, but here's the thing. Now there's like 40
to be two. I don't want to remember a lot of names.
There's like 40 tigers now.
I need you to list all the names because I'm going to remember
There's an entire army of baby tigers and displacer beasts.
He started as a dwarf and is now an Aussie, and I love it.
I really wanted him to be like Steve Irwin.
He is become.
Yes.
So I'm glad that we've eventually stumbled upon that one there.
We know this is like the life. This is how it changes. NPCs start as formless, voidless, darkness, and
They
they
take
become
form.
something.
They're like, oh, I'm a pirate, because we're all pirates. And they're like, wait a second. I'm like, oh, look at this fucking tiger right here. It's gorgeous, mate. Aren't you lovely?
I will go feed your tigers.
All right, you go ahead and do that. If they give you any trouble, you crack this whip at them. And he hands you a whip.
And I look at it, and then I'll put it away, and they'll say, "What is your name?"
My name is Erwin.
Erwin. Thank you, Erwin. I will report back once I am done feeding the animals. No.
No.
Okay.
I actually wrote a very funny joke for this encounter in which you were like, hey, I shouldn't whip these animals. And he goes, no, it's all a trick. It's the glamour, see? And he cracks the whip. Well, nay. First he whips and then he nays. Anyway, is there anything else you want to do?
Oh my fucking god.
No, and I imagine I will just spend some time taking in all the animals.
I would like you, Devin, to annotate that you have one bond with Erwin.
Crikey.
Crikey! Aren't you
Erwin,
just
what happened?
fucking gorgeous? That's what Steve Irwin sounds like to me. He says fucking a lot.
Look at that. That's a gorgeous alligator. I'm just going to put my head in its mouth.
Aren't you a fucking beauty?
I imagine he does that with like... Like, I want him to do that with everything, though. Like, put his head in every... You know what I mean?
Are you sure?
This is every NPC voice now.
I'm into it. I need it.
You're
I
welcome.
need it.
Who's next? Does anyone have anything prepared?
I think I'm still on Perry's shoulders, so I'm probably going wherever she's going, at least for a little bit.
Okay.
If that's true, Perry's gonna ask for a single day without pasta. Or like an hour or two.
I know we're chill, but get the fuck off my shoulder. I got things to do.
That's how it starts.
I'll slip.
They've been together too long.
I'll slip.
Actually, was it on my shoulders? I don't remember. Yeah.
Would you mind if I had just a... I know we're friends and I appreciate that all, and I'm slightly Australian now too, and I don't care for that.
Oh, I know we're friends and all.
I think I'm going to take just a bit of a stroll into town. So I'll see you in an hour or two.
Okay, don't die.
I'll do my best.
Don't drink any lantern oil.
It's sometimes out of my control. And the power in the hands of a moist god.
I have a problem.
I hated it too. So Perry's gonna
loved
go,
it.
and I'm gonna go and do a little bit of shopping, pick up the items I discussed before.
Okay.
And somewhere in there, looking. I've never been to like a fancy liquor store before. You know, I'm used to gut rot. That's sort of what I grew up on. But I try to find the nicest like fancy wine place I can. How do I fare in that?
There is a pretty renowned like winery on the... Like, obviously they don't have their own means by which to have like their sea vineyard, but there's a spot where like some folks have that higher taste, and you can find that pretty easily.
Oh, gosh, I'm trying to remember the brand of grape juice that's like Ocean Spray or something. Is it Ocean Spray?
It is Ocean Spray.
Excellent.
Hashtag nailed it.
Is that the name of the winery?
LaCroix.
please?
It is, yeah, it's Ocean Spray.
You.
You head over to Ocean Spray.
Yes, I'm walking in and trying to find a proprietor of some variety.
The first thing you notice when you walk in is, goddamn, everything's kind of got this like very rustic, very wooden exterior all throughout the Menagerie, because it is kind of this cobbled together city. But once you walk inside, it's like a transformation. There's a whole ambiance here. There's like candles, and it's very dimly lit. And there's like this smell that you don't quite recognize. What is that? Is that sandalwood? That's nice. And you just kind of like everything's just a little bit fancier.
That's lovely. Hello? Anyone?
And then a small halfling man steps sideways from behind a barrel, and he's got a small pencil mustache, and he goes, "Oh, mademoiselle, welcome to Ocean Spray. What can I do for you?"
Pleasure.
The pleasure is mine.
No, the pleasure's mine, I assure you. I'm looking for...
No, the pleasure is certainly mine.
Are you absolutely sure?
And he looks you up and down. Positive.
Well done, thank you. I'm looking for a gift for my... someone. I need something weak and soft and sweet.
I have a lovely rosé that I could offer you.
On a scale of 1 to, let's say, 10, how much is it sweet versus get you messed up? I need something on the lower end of that.
We will say it is, he's starting to take form now. We will say that it is a 6 on the sweet and a 2 on the get you fucked up.
Excellent. How much for it?
I could let these go for... And he checks this ledger. 2 silvers.
Fantastic. I'll take it.
Here you are. And he goes, would you like these to be, I could wrap it for you, or...
Yes. That would be nice.
Okay, and he kind of takes out, and he's got like this kind of metallic paper, very simply wraps up the bottle, and he hands it to you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Oh.
Come again.
I will. I'll walk out of there, not quite sure how to interact with a gentleman of that caliber. I'm heading back to the boat. I have an interaction with everyone on the boat, which can wait until after everyone else has done their things, or I can do it now.
Let's do it last.
Cool.
Let's do it as the last treasure moment.
Very, very cool.
Who's next?
Yeah, I'll go next. That's fine. So last time I was here, I visited a foundry/blacksmith situation.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to go back there.
Sure, and you see the same half-elf man that was working there previously.
What's the name of this man's show? Store? Flash?
This is the Hammer and Nail.
Oh, I like it. And I, the life of me, don't remember his name, so I'll roll back up as you said. Go ahead.
So, so his name is Nail, N-A-L-E. It's the Hammer and Nail, N-A-L-E.
Got it. So I would, of course, know his name if it's written on the sign. So I approach him and say, Nail, it's good to see you again.
You as well, the Tinkerer.
Yes, as you haven't forgotten. Question for you. Do you do commissions, essentially? Yeah, that's what I want to ask.
I can make most things.
Excellent. And so he's gonna like pull out his sword, essentially, and it's really nice. It's elaborate. It's got like wolves on it. Like, it's very much House Delmore. And he says, I have this sword, and it's really well crafted. I can't use it anymore. I was hoping to trade it, or maybe have something made in response to that.
He takes it in both hands, and he kind of looks it over. He goes, it's fine, it's craftsmanship. Very elegant. What'd you have in mind?
It seems a little on the nose, but I think I'm going to be on the sea way more than I had been previously, and I'm really curious if you can make me a weapon similar to the sword, but kind of made out of an anchor? Is that something you can do?
You want a sword made out of an anchor?
Essentially.
I'm not sure I follow.
Think of it more like an axe/mace situation. I want to be able to swing it like a weapon.
You want it to be shaped like an anchor?
Yes.
See, I was under the understanding you wanted me to melt down an anchor and make a sword.
No, I know. You use whatever metal makes way more sense. I transparently think it would be cool and also nothing like what I currently have.
And he looks at you and he goes, and how heavy would you want it to be?
So my sword kind of functions like a long sword, so I can use it one hand, two hand.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like that. If
You're
you want to make
effectively
it,
asking me for a warhammer. Is that what you're getting at?
yeah, essentially. Well, I mean, Warhammer is the one hand, two hand, right? Versatile.
Yeah.
I want to trade my long sword in for a blunt, anchor-looking weapon.
Yeah. He goes, I could do it. It would take me 2 days.
That sounds fair.
This would be an equivalent exchange. I couldn't. No coin need change.
Perfect. My second question. First of all, thank you. My second question is, do you ever have jobs you need done? Like I said, I'm a tinkerer, and I can make small things. I can make maybe pieces to bigger jobs you need. Maybe help.
I've already got a boy that comes and helps me in the shop. What do you exactly offer?
Well, like I said, I'm pretty skilled with making things or inventing things. So if you ever have a need for gadgets or something that's maybe not necessarily what you normally have, I'm sure I could help.
Well, I don't have exactly a need to requisition anything like that, but bring me what you have, and I'll give it store space. And if it moves, I'll take 10%.
Okay, that sounds fair enough. Excellent. I will put something together and bring it back here. What would it take to use your facilities? Is there enough space that I could maybe come here and work every now and then if I pay, or maybe do some work for you to pay for shop time? Is that a possibility?
I tell you what. If you wanted to, like I said, I've got a boy that comes and helps me around the shop. I'm a good enough smith, but I don't do much tinkering. If you teach him what you know of crafting, we could call that even.
That sounds fair. Transparently, I apparently will be doing some travels. But when I'm here, I would love to meet with him. Will he be around tomorrow?
He comes by every afternoon.
Excellent. I will make sure I swing by tomorrow to introduce myself and start training.
Sounds good.
And this hasn't been really any time since we talked to the third, right? Or is this like the next day?
No, I mean, this has been moments.
Okay,
We walked
cool.
to a shop and had a conversation.
Cool. Then I'm really good. I do want to follow up with Roy, and then I want to follow up with the proprietor after a few days.
Okay.
I want to follow up with him after the
Let's
interview.
go ahead and just go straight into the boy interaction.
Okay, great.
So you come back either that same afternoon.
Yeah, we'll say same afternoon. That's fine.
Okay. Yep. You come in there and tinkerer.
Yeah.
and there's a he's got a Smith, get in here. And
Can I extend my hand?
it's a young boy. He kind of looks nervously, very dirty. Obviously, he's been working, and he kind of looks at his hands, kind of gestures
fine.
like.
I continue and shake.
He shakes your hand kind of timidly.
You can call me Tinkerer. What is your name?
I'm Smith, sir.
Nice to meet you, Smith. I hear you want to learn to tinker.
Want to learn many things.
Excellent. I have the perfect thing to show you. And I want to spend the afternoon teaching him how to basically make like basic oracles that emit light. Like my little tinkering, my artificer ability that lets me enchant things. I want to work on teaching him that.
Yeah, roll me a straight intelligence check.
Oh, I'm a smart boy. Let's see what my void fish die. Do for me. 16.
Oh wow. He takes to it beautifully, like.
Oh,
like he's done it before.
Are you sure this is the first time you've worked with more than just weapons and armor?
Yes, sir.
Normally, people can't coil wire as effectively as you did, especially with blacksmith hands. That's impressive.
Thank you, sir.
No, it's a pleasure not to have to beat my head against the wall, so to speak. Wonderful.
And you go through and you're teaching him these things, and he's making really well progress. You notice that the entire time, Nail is watching you, pretty hawkishly as you go through these lessons. Not like any sort of malice, but just really paying attention as he kind of is going through and doing busy work.
Okay, so I think I spend time really just making sure he understands the basic principles because of the fact that it emits light. I'm sure it's got an explosive component in some kind because it generates energy. And I'm just really careful to teach him the basics so he doesn't hurt himself. And so on my way out, I think, let me rephrase, what I have noticed being watched.
Yes.
Okay, on my way out, I say to Nail, Nail, I couldn't help but notice you were observing my training with Smith. Is everything okay?
Oh, everything's fine. I worry about him.
Why's that?
He's had a hard life.
I feel like we all have, but is there something I can do to help? I hate to hear either of you have any troubles.
Best thing I can do is make sure he's got skills.
I'd be happy to help with that, of course.
You already have.
Okay, well, yeah, that worries me a little bit. Okay, if you say everything's fine, it's fine. Check back tomorrow.
Of course. My Smith is yours.
Cool. And then I depart.
To go ahead and take one bond with our good friend now. That leaves the intrepid Oslo.
Awesome. Well, once I don't want to say dismissed. I'm not dismissed by Perry, but she watches Perry go. She's like, all right, cool. Back to business. So, she's going to go check out the shops as well. Mostly trying to, I need more arrows. I need to stock up on arrows.
Sure.
And then I also want to see if I can find a firearms. Somewhere that sells firearms.
Yes. So there is not particularly a place where like specifically firearms are sold, but there is the same location where they sell like cannons. They sell firearms there as well.
Yeah, and she's not expecting like a whole that straight up firearm store, but like somewhere where she can see what we got, get some pricing, what's available, the sizes, and that kind of stuff, and drool over the nicer ones.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Honestly, she's looking for hers. There's always that deep kind of hope that she's just going to run across her own pistol without having to fight for it, even though she knows that's not likely.
Yeah. You're far from home, as it were.
Yeah.
So you see other nice pistols, smaller ones, Derringers, that kind of thing. They run some, varying depending on the individual quality, but lowest price point, 250 gold for a pistol. And they have all kinds. You see blunderbuss, you see rifles, you see all kinds of different firearms that are for sale. Not all exactly kobold sized.
Oh yeah, definitely not. No, so I think she finds one that she particularly likes and she just kind of sits there and drools over it for a little bit.
And eventually, a big man, he looks like a walrus. He's a big fat guy with a mustache. He comes in, he's like, "Can I help you?"
Nah, I'm okay.
Oh, all right. And he leaves, and then that's we'll never hear from him again.
That's it. And she's like, no, wait, how much for this one?
And you that pistol that you've been drooling over?
Yeah.
That's one of my finer pieces there. It's got the pearl handle, 300 gold.
Ooh, okay, not bad.
Are you interested?
One day. I'll be back.
Okay. I can't promise it'll be here.
Do you do a reservation fee?
I do sales. People give me the money that an object is worth, and then I give it to them.
I know how that works.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if I give you a little bit of money, would you hold it? And then I come back and give you a little more money, and then I come back and give you a little more money.
What do you
and eventually it's enough.
How much are you offering?
It was 300. I could do 50.
You give me 50 gold to not sell it for how long?
I don't know.
One whole session.
One whole session. It's gonna be longer than that. You know what? I'll be back.
All right.
And I think she's gonna just clip-clop her little way out, and make her way over to the taverns.
Okay, yeah, there's several.
She's not gonna go in any fancy one. Probably kind of a middle of the line, she can see more of the sailors and stuff going into them.
Yeah, it's too easy. You can head there's one right off the docks.
That's the tavern named Too Easy, by the way.
That's too easy.
Yeah, Too Easy is the name of the tavern.
The Too Easy tavern. Oh my god. And she's gonna go in and maybe get a drink or two and kind of just look around.
Yeah, I mean, you can grab a couple mugs of ale. They're 4 copper pieces apiece.
Okay. She only needs one.
Okay.
So.
Just say, nothing's free in Chainsaw's world. You pay
no, that's fine.
For
that's fine.
every sud.
So yeah. She's thinking about trying to do her normal shtick.
I see.
But she doesn't want to get into... She's a little wary after last time.
Yeah.
Still stings. So she just kind of like chills out for a little while.
Okay.
She's gonna gamble away the fourth of her ship.
Oh,
You
Right?
Guys, you have a new sailing partner.
watch them come and go. Sailors, just tradesmen. It's pretty. There's a pretty heavy influx and outflux of people. Gross.
That doesn't sound right. Yeah. She kind of keeps to herself. Maybe rolls her dice a little bit,
Okay.
but doesn't challenge anybody. So she's just gonna keep to herself.
Okay. Anything else that you want to do?
That was really it.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll meet everybody back up.
Yeah.
Because you guys haven't discussed where you're staying or anything like that. So I'll assume that near sunset you all meet back up at your ship.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I have been waiting very excitedly for all of my friends to get back on this boat. For many reasons. Chief among them, when you guys see Perry again, I've got a bird, a whole bird on my arm.
Oh.
Got the big old leather glove and a bird, and looking a little bit uncomfortable. But the second I see Finnegan,
It's just fucking squawk.
It will bite you if you move it on, if it thinks it's on you.
No. You think the bird would squawk? It's Oslo that fucking squawks. She's hard stops and
Traitor!
the bird is silent. Oslo screams. I've got this.
The bird.
Oslo, my greatest enemy!
Pensive. The bird, mysterious. You can see something in its eyes. It's been here before.
This bird remembers you.
This bird will remember this.
Squawk, it says in an inquisitive tone.
Squawk.
Squawk.
Squawk. Yes. I have gifts for all of you. Finnegan, I'm gonna walk up to him and hold up my arm as high as it goes, which I imagine is still barely eye level with our good tall boy. I got you this. It's a falcon. A peregrine falcon, actually. Funny enough. I don't know why. I thought maybe you'd like it. I remember you tried to you were looking to buy a bird when we first
I was
met
looking
altogether?
to buy a
and we saw that
cat. I heard they were good for sheeps.
you'd mentioned
Warbird.
bird as. I'm
This is
sorry
a
if
very,
I
very pretty bird.
misremembered.
Oh, can I do you want to do a nature
Yes.
check on this thing to see? Because I would I'm willingly going to accept it because it's a gift.
Or
animal handling.
I would like you to make an
It is
animal.
exactly the same thing. That is a 21.
No.
I mean, the bird fucking, you take a moment, the bird, you exchange the leather gauntlet so that you can have it rest easily on your arm, and you take the leather gauntlet off.
I say I don't want to use that.
You don't need that.
I want him to do that.
And it's got like a leather band that connects it to the gauntlet so that it can't fly away. And
better
you
not
take
let
it
it
off
fly
of its little bird ankle.
You better not.
and
And it flies away.
and you it swoops up one of your baby kittens and then eats it.
It swoops up Oslo and takes her away for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah.
and you extend your arm out and for a moment you have to breathe, and your arm slowly, you get goosebumps and the hair stands up on your arm, and then it becomes this rough hide like that of an alligator or a crocodile, and the bird lands on your arm, and you kind of take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate it, and it kind of is acknowledging and appreciating you, and you just have this moment of silence with this bird.
What should I name him? And this is directly to Perry.
It's a little ironic, but I've always been rather fond of the name Lark.
Locke.
It's a different bird, but it's a nice name.
I do like Locke. and I'll pick my arm up to like kind of hold the bird up. And I want to think. I don't know if this is how this will work, but I want to like communicate with this bird somehow to have it like go up, fly a circle, and come back to just show like I have freedom, but I choose to stay.
It does that based on your 21 animal handling check. You are able to just kind of silently communicate that it is free, but that it belongs here.
Perry, thank you very much for this gift.
You're welcome. Thank you for saving my life again.
I'm sure it will be something we do often.
I suppose eye for eye, tooth for tooth, and all that. Next, I'm going to find Hap and Tap.
You find them below decks. Hap is busily preparing a meal while Tap sleeps in his hammock.
I'm going to walk up to Tap and look at him. Poke him a little bit. Poke him a little bit harder. Sorry.
What do you want?
I have a
And he's kind of like drooling. It's like in his beard.
Good morning, sunshine. I have something for you, and perhaps also for Hap. I don't... Is he... How old is he?
He looks over. Looks back. Shrugs.
Well, I leave this to your discretion then, and I'm going to pull out 2 small bottles of whiskey and hand them over. We didn't really talk about you fishing me out of the Sapphire Sea, but thank you. And these are for you, and one's for Hap, but if you want it, I suppose. I don't know him super well, but it felt weird not getting him anything.
Thank you. And he takes the 2 bottles of whiskey, and he tucks them away in his coat, and he rolls back over, clinking.
Good night, sleep well. I'm sorry for waking you. And now I'm gonna go find Barnabas.
Mm-hmm. You find him actually on the deck of the ship.
Barnabas.
Yes.
I thank you for saving my life also. I've said that many times today, and I imagine I will continue to. And I'm sorry for my lack of judgment when we found those Alliance ships. I don't know what was wrong. But I got you this, and I hand out a slightly larger, nicer looking bottle of whiskey.
And he kind of takes it, admires it. Thank you. I was just doing my job.
You're welcome. Thank you. Gonna nod and awkwardly exit from that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go find Delmore.
You find him, I don't know, wherever Delmore is on the ship.
Yeah, I'd be in around cargo, because I think that's where I would be working on repairing Ryder, because that would be the safest place to keep him.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna walk up and watch him working on that for a second. Not announce my presence, but I'm also not a very quiet person, so I imagine he notices me coming.
Don't sneak up on me when I'm working on this.
I've never sneaked a day in my life.
Well, you don't like fire on a ship, right?
Yes.
Some of this stuff is combustible.
And why aren't I owner's Green Ocean? Green Ocean? I'm gonna run that whole sentence again.
Nope, not a color for the ocean, ideally.
Why aren't I owner's Blue Ocean? Are you working on it on the ship?
Well, it's only combustible if someone scares me and I make a mistake. Otherwise, I've built this several times. I'm not worried about that at all.
What is it, if I may ask?
And so, you kind of see, more of a mass, the center mass of of the body without like limbs and stuff specifically. And he 100% does not have Ryder's head in the like set of parts. So it's really just like a torso essentially. And he says he's a friend. It's Ryder. It's really hard to explain, and it makes sense. It's kind of like a wolf, but magic and technology combined.
He's alive, or will be, or is he a machine?
Oh no, he's super alive. Just he's super alive, just not on. He understands and communicates, and just as much as you or I do. He just I couldn't power down for right now.
Oh.
I'm in half for a little bit.
Well then, I'm gonna crouch next to Ryder and hesitantly like start putting my hand out and look at Delmore.
I just kind of shrug. Yeah, it's fine. I powered down the stuff I was working on.
Gently touch it.
Yeah, it's like a combination of metal. It literally it's like a torso of a wolf. Just it's metal plates. There's intricate pieces I'm sure Perry's not super familiar with because it's a lot of technology. Especially not really common on the Sapphire Sea at all. How familiar is Perry with the Alliance?
Fairly familiar.
Okay, she may recognize some of this then.
No, she
Oh, I
doesn't.
don't. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Nope, okay, you don't. Yeah, you don't recognize any of it then. And I think that gives Delmore like a sigh of relief when you don't. Yeah. Once I finish him, it'll be way more impressive than it is now.
Well, I look forward to meeting you, Ryder. Delmore, I have something for you. I'm gonna reach into my bag, pull out a kind of fancy gray felt hat with a nice gray feather plume on it. I don't know if you'll wear this, but Captain has to have a hat, and I couldn't afford a spyglass for you, so I got you this.
Thanks. I think. I don't know if I'm a hat person, but I'll try. And he like awkwardly puts it on because like his default is his like helmet, and so like wearing a hat, and he's just like I think he puts it on. It's like even right, which is not the way you wear like a captain's hat.
I reach out,
He's like pulls it
tilt
on.
it a little bit. A little bit of a yes. There we go.
Like this? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, alright.
Yes.
Yeah. It feels weird not being on my head the way you think it should be.
Well, you have to have it at a
Is that normal?
rakish angle, or people won't take you seriously.
Oh. Great. Normally that's a height issue, but good to know my hat won't be in contest with that. Thank you. That was very kind of you.
Of course, Captain.
I meant to, since you're here, I meant to say thank you. And not just for the hat, for standing against the Alliance, even though it was pretty foolish from your vantage point. Thanks.
You're welcome. One day we'll talk about why we hate the Alliance.
That would be a long day. We never talked about this thing you have with the sea and maybe a god. Is that something that you want to talk about?
Oh, have I not told you?
I haven't really asked, to be fair.
Oh, I'm a priest of Iono.
Oh, that's...
I'm sorry if I've been evasive. I haven't meant to be.
Water god, right?
Yes, Lord of the Grasping Waters.
Oh, normal waters? Or is that just like an adjective?
A little of column A, little of column B.
Okay. I'm not, I frankly don't really believe in that, but, if you ever want somebody to just sit with you while you pray, I'd be happy to do that.
You say that and she tenses up a little bit and sort of shuts off.
He like raises his hands like, if that's offensive,
No.
I A, wouldn't know, and B, just thought it was a nice thing.
Thank you. That will be a long day.
Oh, prayers are shorter than that. Okay, got it. And he starts nervously working on Ryder again.
Yeah, I'm gonna just get up and skirt and go find Oslo.
Oslo's up in the rigging. And wherever that bird is right now, you know how like when cats see something that they don't like, they arch their backs and they're like super on edge and their tail is wagging through the air.
Oslo's like prowling across the different masts.
Essentially, she's like... and she's just watching...
like a dagger in between her teeth when she's prowling.
Yeah.
Tearing this family apart.
I'm gonna get you.
She's got her goggles on for sure. So yeah, it's just this very, very tense way up in the riggings.
I'm gonna climb on up there. Pop my head up. Hello, Oslo. I'm back.
Oh, hey. There's the thing.
What? There's a what?
The thing. The bird.
Oh, yes,
You saw the
I gave
bird?
it to Finnegan.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And she has not taken her eyes off of it.
I got something for you as well.
Is it food?
Gonna reach into my pocket, pull out like a stale old piece of salted pork.
Yeah. And she visibly relaxes and starts to eat the pork.
And I got you.
Actually, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
No, Oslo.
Oh, bless.
Oh. Where's my saves? It's a 16.
You're able to hold on to your salted pork, but you see a falcon by the name of Lark swoop up, scream, like almost snatch. But you're able to pull it back and hold on to it.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I have more. If
She's clutching it to her chest and I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like it.
I'm sorry. I got you another gift though. I'm gonna pull out a small anklet, like a charm-looking anklet, and it has a dragon's fang-looking charm on it.
Oh, neat.
I heard you like shiny things. I got you this.
And she like reaches out and takes it. I do like shiny things. And she's looking at it and she's like holding it up. And she like tries it on her arm and it's too big for her arm. So she puts it on her leg.
Make a nature check.
Nature check. Four?
Real shiny. Real nice.
Yeah!
Oslo's allergic to silver.
Oh no.
Oh god!
It's real shiny, real nice. Go ahead, live your truth.
Yeah. It's shiny. She's like, oh yeah, and she starts admiring it for a second. She goes, cool. Thank you. It's almost like she's not used to saying thank you.
You're welcome.
Oslo puts Harry's wallet back. Thank you. I won't steal from you
The
now.
sound of the rest of my gold falling into my back.
Your share ends up back in your bag.
I'd like to make a withdrawal from the Bank of Oslo. You're welcome. I hope it fits. And that's not too loud or anything.
Nah. I can make things not loud.
Fantastic. And I'm gonna go back down the rigging and find the last boy, Rail. Dun, dun, dun.
He is where he always is, on the bow of the ship.
Summoning ghosties.
I'm gonna
No, not
No, we're not
not in
going
the harbor,
anywhere.
not in the port. Would not do that. Nope.
Nope. I'm gonna walk up to him, get almost there, like, no. Turn around, walk away, stop. Turn back around. Walk up to him. Tap him on the shoulder.
Hey.
Hi. Very aggressively hold out this wrapped bottle. This is for you.
Takes it. Looks at it. Thanks.
Thank you for the rum. Open my mouth to say something, shake my head. No real pain in the neck. And I turn around and walk away.
Bad times are bad.
That's it. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Captain.
Mm-hmm. Play
just-
D&D.
Captain.
Do it. I dare you.
I just talked for a million minutes. Someone else needs to do
Sure.
something.
Sure.
Yeah. Where are we headed to, Captain?
Nowhere. Nowhere at all. Not for 3 days at least.
What is in 3 days?
That's when Artoth will be reborn.
But do we have to stay and be here for the rebirth?
I absolutely have to be here for the rebirth. 100%. I need to speak with Artoth afterwards.
May I inquire why?
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to give me a gift.
Do we all get gifts?
No, we don't all get gifts.
We all just got gifts from Perry.
Yeah, Harry's a wonderful soul. No one's saying that about anyone else.
Well, what do we do?
What? I don't know where we're going either. The plan is this, Ben. Unless you have a better one, which, to be honest,
I probably don't.
fair. As soon as Artoth is reborn, I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to get what he promised me, and then I'm going to talk to the proprietor and see if he has work. If he doesn't, then I'm going to find us work because ships aren't free, and we all have an overarching goal to achieve.
So, but if they plan to capture the essence of the bird, will it be reborn?
Yeah, he told us it would be. I asked him point blank, will this hurt Artoth? Will this cease his existence? And he said it would not.
But does the proprietor plan to give... Are we supposed to take the bird back to his home now? Or is
No,
he forever at the
absolutely.
menagerie?
No, he's staying at the menagerie. As long as he chooses to. He's a phoenix, Ben. I think he has enough ability to, burn down this haphazard wooden structure if he wanted. But ultimately, I think it's fine. He seems pretty chill.
So once he has the... Remind me, the proprietor needs the power of the phoenix to not ever die?
Yeah, I think it's something like the souls of 100 small children energies thing. I'm honestly not sure how the math works out, Ben, but it's supposed to allow him to leave and then come back. Something to do with Medea and her visions. You were there for that?
Yes.
There's a big question mark in the middle of proprietor gets phoenix, eats phoenix juice, and proprietor leaves. But I do know that the phoenix never gets harmed.
So what happens to everyone after the rebirth? Like, do we continue to live forever?
No, I'm pretty sure he's gonna capture the... Finn, I don't know that you have the math for this conversation. It's not a bad thing, but we're all gonna be fine.
I don't know if you have the answers for this conversation.
I feel like I have enough general knowledge to know what will and won't happen. You just don't have all the details, which, yeah.
Okay, so 3 days from now, the bird goes through its transformation.
Uh-huh.
Then what?
I'm going to try and get us work for the proprietor, or if someone else on a menagerie needs work done. We have a fast boat. We could do smuggling, or we could do like a trade route, or if there's any actual adventure, we could do that.
I need your help with something.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if I have told you my story of why I left my home.
Oh, I've got plenty of time. He like pulls up a seat. Go ahead.
And we'll doodly-doo through the story.
Really,
No,
the
we
entire
fucking
plot of A
won't.
Bug's Life.
So we get to the point now where I'm basically saying, and so now the arcane 4S people hold all of the magic and the power. I need to know how to be as powerful as they are. Or to raise up an army to fight them. But I cannot do it on my own. And I think that the three of you I've met for a very special reason. I think you are meant to help me in some way. Whether it be for me learning things from you, or you physically being there to help me.
I will be honest with you, Ben. That all sounds real terrible. I'd be happy to help where I can. So they use magic against the rest of your people who don't really have it?
We don't have it because of the trees. The sap in the trees gives them their magical abilities.
Right,
And the
so
trees
they don't
only
technically have magic either.
No,
They're
we
just
do.
Juicing off of these.
We all have magic, but the source
They just get,
is the difference.
so they have like super hyped up steroid magic, and you have normal you magic.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. Yeah. Well, there's options. I know the Alliance has. No, those would be too big and not super portable.
Tell me.
But it's essentially like a magic suppression system, but they're so big, you would have to transport large chunks of them and then try to build it on your island. I don't.
And what would this suppression system do?
It would suppress their magic, essentially. Keep them from using it.
It would stop the magic.
No, it would suppress. It's not quite the same thing. It's kind of like changing a yell into a whisper, if that makes sense.
Ah, yes. Yes, I like this.
Right, but it's not like an easy thing to do. Not to say we couldn't figure something out, or I hate to like destroy arcane trees. That seems like a waste of potential, but that's an option as well. We can think about it and keep working on it as we go. I want to help.
Am I down where he's working on his wolf boy?
Probably. Yeah.
I wanna look over and say, and what are you working on?
And like this is probably like the only time you see Delmore like happy. Like, normally he's just like kind of matter of fact or somber. And he's like, this will be Ryder. And then I explain that he's like a robot wolf as much as I can without repeating everything.
Yeah. And I'll say, so, and in that, how long have you been apart? How long would you explain to Finnegan that you've been apart?
From Ryder?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that he's ever been apart. He would say that Ryder's been offline for a few years.
And then I'll say, so he hears that and he says, so Captain, you seek to restore your friend.
Mm-hmm.
I seek to restore my family to a place of at least minor importance. I feel like we both have the same goal, or at least have a feelings that things are not the way they should be.
That makes sense then. And honestly, I think your goal is a little more just, more. It's more merit to it. I'm like a guy without his dog, and you're trying to right a bunch of wrongs in this comparison. But I want to help. That's all I've ever wanted. I have a lot to make up for, and helping people like you is probably a good start.
That is all I can ask for, Captain. Thank you. I will leave you to it. Now skedaddle.
It's evening
Okay.
of the first day. Does anyone have any business to attend to? Or do we just want to fast forward right to Phoenix Rebirth?
I just want to keep the days between now and then. I genuinely want to keep training Smith, and then I want to start the process of like looking for work, like looking for jobs that they could potentially take on.
Perfect. How are you doing that?
I think his first instinct is to look where like tinkerers would go because like that's just who he knows, and to try and get information because they tend to know people of a variety of circles, right? Because some work for pirates, some work for military vessels. So I think that's where he would start, and if that didn't work, he would look for some type of like bounties office because he's been around enough to know that like if you're not with an established organization, usually there's people with work requisitions or bounties or like, general jobs. I assume the Menagerie has something like that.
Roll me an investigation check.
Yeah, sure. I think it might even be smart. Oh shit! I'll just pick that dice up later. It might actually be smart dice. So my new die from Critical Dice. Fuck that die.
The betrayal.
I mean, it's still not a bad. I mean, it's not a great roll. It's a 10.
Yeah, so you aren't able to actually track down any other like tinkerers.
Okay.
You kind of hang around where you think you might see some people, and nothing really comes and shouts at you. Now, on the other hand, bounties. Well, that's a different story. You're able to very easily head into any tavern on the Menagerie, and each one has a wall of. I mean, they're pirates.
Yeah, sure. I think he's going to look for two types of jobs. One is like a smuggling run.
I want to be very clear, these are bounties.
Like official bounties.
These are like the wanted,
like,
the dreaded pirate
literal
robbers.
bounties. Got it. Not like just want jobs. Got it.
Nope, this is not a wanted board. These are bounties.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, all right. Sure. I think he's smart enough to assess based on reward, maybe an option or two that would make sense for them. Like, he wouldn't look at something worth 40,000 gold or 105. You know what I mean? Like,
so yes. So you want to look at something. What's your range?
Not sure what's available. I would say something that's medium difficulty to higher for them.
I'm talking about so you're basing this off of the reward. So what level of reward are you looking at?
Level 2 specifically. I would say
no. I'm talking about as far as money.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out. I'm asking for help here because I don't know anything about your world specifically, and I'm trying to use my character's stats to help me bridge the gap in what would be appropriate, because I don't know
So-
whether 1,000 gold is appropriate, because it costs 80 gold a month to run our ship. So the job has to be at least worth like 3 times that, depending on how long it'll take. So, I mean, at
So
least
what I tell you
500
is-
to 1,000 gold at least.
There's a smattering from as low as like 100 gold a pop to like, tens of thousands of gold for like really the big wanted bad guys. So wherever you feel comfortable falling in, I will give you some jobs for that level of reward. I won't tell you that like if it's 500 or below, that is appropriate for a party of 4 members that are level 2. Like I'm not going to do that. But if you tell me what you want as far as reward, I can tell you some bounties that are there.
Let's look at 1,500 gold to 2,000 gold.
Okay.
He writes in his book, "You pick
That's a
too
lot of
much.
pencil scratches.
I'm going to murder you all now."
I'm all squared away. Don't even worry about it.
CR10, got it.
He gone.
We're gonna die.
While you're doing that, I don't want to. Well, I just know I want to help someone fish on the Menagerie.
Yeah, you're fishing like a madman.
That's what I want to do for monies, and I don't know what you need from me to determine how much golds I make for that. But my background lets me do double, like catch double the things. So
Sure.
I would like to factor that as well.
Of course. I will be with you momentarily.
Can you
It's
just
not-
tell me how much gold you want to fish?
How much gold do I pull up on a fishing hook?
Yeah,
Well,
I need to know like
gold.
how much gold you're trying to aim for when you fish. That's gonna matter.
With these big effing nets.
Well, I come back and Finnegan's turned our ship into like a fishing ship.
I get your joke, Dwayne, and it's not funny.
Oh, it's both.
So you have 3 names. You have John Ryman, who appears to be a human. You have Talar Bezor, who is a tiefling. And you have Quinzal Mordoon, who is a dwarf.
Quinzon?
Yeah, it's Quinzal, Quenzal.
What was that last name?
Mordoon, Mordun.
And he was a dwarf.
Talar
Talar
Bezor,
John Ryman.
Talarbezor.
Okay. Do they have different rewards?
They do. So John Ryman is worth 1,500 gold. Talar Bezor is worth 1,700 gold. And Quezal Mordoon is worth 2,100 gold.
Okay. Is there any information on any of these sheets that would lend me to whether these are like travel distances? Like,
Yeah, so they have last known location. John Ryman was last seen outside of Tangia. Talar Bezor was last seen out of the Crystal Reef.
Mhm.
And Quinzel Mordoon was last seen outside of the Iron Islands.
Okay. And I would offer the Quinzel. Okay. 3 jobs, 3 locations. Cool beans.
And then there's a litany of crimes. Most of them are piracy and murder and theft related. And those are the posted rewards for the individuals.
Cool. I think I take down all that information.
Yep. And so, just so you know, there's, and this is reason why I didn't want to get super specific. So there's a ton of jobs available, and I was kind of looking for your range to just give you a handful of jobs that were in your range, and didn't want to overload you with information.
Yeah. Oh, I was trying to narrow it down. I was with you.
So you got some bounties. Who's doing what now?
I'm gonna, yeah,
Finn is fishing.
I'm just helping out at the docks and sort of kind of asking around to see if there's another priest of Iono on one of these ships. Not super digging into it, but casual questions once in a while.
Finn, you are going to pull out 5 GP worth of fish.
Is that a steady rate, or what is that just that over a period of time? Like for the 3 days?
If
Is that
you're
what it's
spending
3
the
days?
entire day fishing.
Yeah, I'll spend. Yeah, so are we just doing the 1 day at a time, or is this for that 3 day period?
You want to fish? Well, 1 day you've already spent,
Okay. Yep.
and the second day you want to spend all day fishing, right?
Yes.
Then you've made 5 gold. If you want to do that on the you have stuff
yeah.
to do on the third day, presumably, unless you're just ignoring the whole deal with the Phoenix and you're just fishing all day, which you can do.
I found my home. Now I just fish all day every day at the minute. No. No, yeah, so gotcha. 5 GP. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Think about what you want to look for. Perry, you have found it's pretty easy to find. You know, you've got the symbols. You know what to look for, and almost every large ship of note carries at least one priest. So you if you want to find other priests, it's not hard for you to do.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to. Go up and talk to one, maybe.
You see it's an older human man, gray hair. He's missing a hand. He's got a pirate hook hand. And yep, we're here. We finally did it.
Yes.
What can I do for you, lass?
Well, have you ever... I imagine we've been working for a while. We're sitting down taking a break or something. Maybe hand him a sandwich or something.
He eats it with his hook.
Oh, yes. All I ever wanted. Mentor handler Cardor, no stop. Have you ever spoken to Iono and had him speak back?
He speaks to us in many ways. Fair winds.
Yes, fair winds, an albatross, a beautiful sunset. But have you ever spoken to him?
That sounds... I mean, I know he speaks to a cleric or, because I'm just a priest. An acolyte. That's what I... No, he's never spoken to me directly. It's very rare.
Do you know anyone who has?
I've met more than my fair share of folks who have claimed it. I don't believe any of them.
What did they claim?
That they were spoken to by Lord Iono himself.
Yes, but did they mention anything?
Oh, there I was. I fell into the ocean and I knew that my days were numbered, but then he spoke to me and he said, no, you must live. And then I got pulled out by Jimmy and Jimmy was fine.
All right.
Are you going to tell me a story? Did Iono talk to you last?
No, I was just curious.
Thank you for the sandwich.
Of course.
Nom 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 nom.
And finding nothing particularly helpful in that conversation, I'm gonna get up and go back to work. I don't know what I was expecting. Help, maybe, but that's fine.
You didn't ask for any help.
Never mind. I'm happy. This is what I wanted to have happen. I'm gonna go back to work.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna go do boat things.
I'm gonna go do boat things. You do a day of boat things. Just parry the free labor.
Yep.
Just any ship that will have you, just hoist the rigging, Lord.
Yep. Essentially, if they want to pay me, I'm not going to turn them down, but I'm not going to ask.
You do that. Oslo, do you have any idea what you're kind of looking for?
Oslo mostly is just exploring this crazy place because it doesn't like it's nothing she's ever seen really. She's used to regular cities, docks, things like that. So just kind of getting an idea of all the different, places in this place, what everything is like, just the different shops, places that she might like grab a bite, whether by paying for it or whether by sleight of handing it, and like seeing if there's any alliance presence, because I don't know that she was privy to the fact that there's supposedly no alliance here.
Absolutely no alliance presence as you explore the city. You find a large central marketplace where people are hawking wares, pretty much anything as far as food. If you wanted to have wandering hands, this might be the place to do so. You see several taverns spattered across the menagerie as a whole, all of which serve food and drink. There is a shop dedicated to almost everything you could want to buy. There is a specialized shop for that, because this is such a central hub for so many people that there pretty much anything that could be in demand is in demand in some way, shape, or form here. You see the circus, of course. You see there's a large zoo on the menagerie that you could wander into, where not only are there like mundane creatures like elephants and giraffes, but there are, these magical creatures. There's a griffin. There's all these different beasts of the world that are on display here.
Do I see any other kobolds?
No, not today.
The birds got them.
I'm not saying there aren't any kobolds on the menagerie at all. I'm just saying you didn't see any.
No kobolds.
That's
It's just a
bad.
lot of
She
really
doesn't-
well-fed
She
albatross.
doesn't expect to see a lot of kobolds anywhere,
Yeah.
honestly. But just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
So yeah, she wanders around, sees what she can see. Pilfers a beef jerky or something.
Yeah, roll a sleight of hand.
And this is where I die.
This is where you die.
This is where I die. That's a 15.
Yeah, you barely. Yep. You pilfer
Yes.
your meal.
I'm satisfied.
Very good. So we'll take it over to bird time. Yes, bird time.
Bird time.
Bird time.
Gosh, we gotta end the episode. Yep, that's where we'll end this episode.
Hey.
Okay, cool. Well, I made some money.
You made some money.
I got a bird. Thanks, Perry.
There's a lot of. This is a very bird-heavy
Don't-
campaign.
Yeah, after we had this whole discussion about Oslo fighting birds.
Gets a bird.
This episode for Roll for Humanity, we are going to be donating our monies, the role that I will have here in just a moment, to the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption. Basically, it's just a way for them to help families find kids who need to be adopted and do that sooner. So today's roll is going to be a 19.
Hey!
To the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
Nice.
Hey, if you like supporting the show, there's so many different ways to do it, and we try to make it really easy on you because, transparently, we want your monies, so we don't have to pay monies into this show. There's a lot of cool ways. One of the ways you can do is go to store.lawfulstupid.org and buy a shirt, because they're real nice. Buy a poster, because they look great on your walls. I'm looking at my walls, you can't see that though. But most importantly, if you're in our Discord, or if you go to our website, there's like a menu option there, and you can look down and support us through affiliations. One of those affiliations is Found Familiar Coffee. And let me tell you, we record in real ways. So having the juice of coffee behind it is crucial. So you can get some Found Familiar coffee, and if you use that link, it helps support the show. And that's always nice. And you get some tasty coffee. And there's a lot of choices. Dark, light, medium. I'm sure like the Razzle Dazzle is an option. There's just so many options. You'll have to go look. I don't know what Razzle Dazzle coffee tastes like, but you might if you order it.
I can tell you, it's dope spot.
It's half razzle, half dazzle. another way you can support the show. I have a joke prepared for this particular ad. What's a warlock's favorite liquor company?
Oh God.
Wait a second.
Ooh. Let me think about it. I'm stewing it. It is.
It's Patron.
Oh, God damn it.
And, if you want to get,
Damn it.
if you want all of us to be,
Your Patron.
no, if you'd like to be our patron, for just $1 a month, you can gain access to some neat bonus content, some background information from Campaign 1, some cool bonus episodes, one-shots, things like that. And there's also more bonuses, more rewards the higher up the tier you go, including being able to grant inspiration to one of us, or disadvantage if you're mean, or putting a magical item in the world is a very exciting one. Potentially getting to play as a character on the show is a very neat one as well. And that's all that information can be found on the Lawful Stupid Patreon website page, which I should have gotten I've done this for 10 episodes now, and I don't have the link memorized.
lawfulstupid.org or patreon.lawfulstupid.org.
Yes, that was me doing a very good Dwayne impression, actually.
That's really good. Listen, quit this podcast and go into the business. You don't need us.
Damn.
Really, the whole next episode is just gonna be Perry, Ray, doing all of our voices for us. It'll be a solo
It's
show.
the Ray Show now.
Very talented.
You know what else you can find on the lawfulstupid.org website is a link to our Discord, where you can come in and talk to people about the show. You can talk to people about general D&D. You can talk to people about your day-to-day life. We all hang out on there. There are some fabulous people who are willing to just talk to you about your day, make sure that you're having a good time, and tell horrible dad jokes and puns, if that's the kind of thing you like. But people share their art, people share fan art, people organize D&D games to play together, and it's just a generally good place to be, especially if you want to get more involved with our Lawful Stupid community.
Come and join our Discord.
Every time. Every time.
Man, I sure do have some great news, which is someone has tweeted about the show.
No.
The hashtag
No way.
StupidCast. Which means,
Is it Albert Allegro?
No, it's Grace Boonink.
Brunink! Grace Brunink! Oh, I know her. I went to high school with her. Hey,
I
Grace.
cannot wait for this.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
Super good.
And it's time for me to sing that song.
Did you hear a beat or anything?
No, I should have prepared something, but I didn't, because I knew about this when it happened weeks ago. But here you go, Grace. This is your special reward. We're throwing out everything except for the kitchen sink for Grace Boonink. And that's the whole song.
Beautiful.
You're very welcome.
Incredible.
If you tweet about the show using the hashtag StupidCast, not only will you get a great song like that one, but also you get the word out about the show, which we really, really appreciate. And I will leave everyone with this thought, this question to grow on. How far back in history do you have to go before it's considered archaeology instead of grave robbing?
There's an answer to that.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.